Okay. Okay. What is going on, guys? My name is PMR, or Pedro, for my close friends. And today now, I've been thinking about this for a while, for a long time actually. I want to talk about my experience dealing with depression, anxiety, and like mental illness in general, because it really affected my life a lot, and I really wanted to make this video so I'm gonna say this, so I can make this video and reach out for people that need this, like people that's going through maybe the same thing that I went through and are looking for answers, or just to know that they're not alone. And the objective of this is not to like be viral or get a lot of likes or a lot of like people just like loving me. It's not about me. I'm gonna be talking about me, but this is about someone that's dealing with this. And this is a pretty serious topic. And so I'm gonna explain like a little bit of the story. I'm now 22 years old. And this started about 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. The reason why I got depression, it's because of a failed relationship with someone that I really deeply loved. Someone I met in the beginning of college. I needed help for an exam to pass the exam so I wouldn't fail it. And this was a girl that was introduced through a good friend of mine, and she helped me. We got to know each other. We went to the exam. She helped me a lot. I passed it. And from that point, we built like a really good friendship. So yeah. And from that point, we're talking about what, 2015, beginning of the year. And this friendship grew a lot, like really a lot. We were both really good friends. And it lasted until like beginning of the summer. At that point, I had grown a lot of big feelings for her. Like, I really looked at her like, she's amazing. She's someone that I want to be with, like more than a friend. And she started dating a guy from our group of friends. And I got to know that, like one time we went out to like exercise together, like a group of friends. And like in the end of the night, they both kissed. So I'm like, wow, okay. How am I gonna deal with this? I have really big feelings for her, and I feel bad right now because I should have said something before. But yeah, I didn't expect that to happen. So at that point, like the year after that, it wasn't depression, it was like a heartbreak of like not getting the chance, not talking about it, you know. So throughout the next year, we're talking about until the beginning of summer of 2016, we do, like, as a group, we would go out, have a lot of fun. They would have their arguments, and I would be there to like talk with her, like, don't worry, things are gonna be okay. And so I was still there as a really good friend, but I never told her at that point, like what I felt for her. And it was not easy, you know, when you love someone and you haven't gotten the chance to express that to that someone. It's not easy to deal with it, and being there as a good friend, seeing all those like shitty moments between them in the relationship, and it was really hard to be strong, like not to say something, because I didn't want to destroy the friendship we had, and I didn't want to step in the relationship they had. So yeah. So talking about now, beginning of summer 2016, they were having like daily really messed up arguments, arguments that I would come up to her after and say like, if you want to talk, it's okay, I'm here, but if you don't, I respect it. So, and at that point she used to cry a lot to get attention, okay? It's normal. A lot of people do that. Yeah, I've done it too. So it's pretty normal to cry for attention. But at that point, like everyone had enough of it. So when they broke up, she was really hurt. She was heartbroken. And it's not easy to see someone going through that, trying to finish college, finish the projects and all that, and just every 10 minutes they just stop and start crying, and everyone just said like, oh, why the fuck are you crying again? This is why we don't hang out with you. Like, she got really messed up. And as a good friend I decided to put my feelings aside and like step in, say like, okay, you are not okay, you need help, and I'm here. I got plenty of time. I don't need to sleep. Like, I can sleep 4 hours and be okay the next day. So I stepped in, decided to help her with her projects and all that. And of course, those big feelings I had inside of me are still there. And I'm really trying not to do anything to show that, because she had just gotten out of a relationship with a friend of ours, so it would really look bad for us. But then we started working together, people started assuming things, of course, like I'm just saying like, fuck it, I don't care what everyone says, I'm just here trying to help her. And she obviously did the same thing. She just said like, fuck it, whatever, if you think we are fucking around and dating, like let them think that, because you are the only one helping me. And I'm like, okay, good, we have like the same thinking on that. And at that time, that good friend of ours that introduced us for that exam, he was coming to meet me in like back home where I'm from for a 2-week vacation. And I talked to like, if you want, I have space in the apartment and all that. And eventually she said like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to go with you too, and I want to really have like the best 2 weeks of my life. So time went, like a couple of weeks. We had really gotten like closer. We would just spend time together, go to places together, go eat together. And then one night, it was her birthday, and like everyone was there, and then people started to leave and all that. And in the end of the night, it was just us two, just sitting outside, just chilling, you know, no words. We're just enjoying our time together. And this is like, we knew we're gonna both be back at my place, back home, for those vacations. And nothing happened, until the day they arrived. And so I said like, okay, I have a big bed, and that's the problem. I had like a big bed and a small bed. So my friend, he stayed on the other room with one bed, and me and her shared the room, like the sleeping room with the 2 beds. And things happened, you know. We talked, got close, yeah, we kissed, and we just talked like for the whole night. We just talked things that both of us felt for each other, and we talked about it. We thought about like what's going to be everyone's reaction when they know this and all that. So we took another approach. We decided to lay low, okay, because I didn't want her to look like a whore, and she didn't want me to look like a guy that just took the chance of she's going through like messed up times and I'm just using her. Like, that's not it. I really had big feelings for her, so no, like I'm not that type of guy. So yeah, those 2 weeks were the best 2 weeks. I can tell, like for me, those are so far the best 2 weeks of my life. And she told me the same thing. So the summer goes by, I'm back home, she's just in vacations with the parents and with the friends and whatever. And in the end, like a couple of weeks after, things started to get weird. I would text her and she would reply kind of dry texts, you know, and not so emotional and like really like loving. I don't know if you understand like what I mean. So things started to get really weird, and we had like some good 2 weeks where we almost didn't talk. So then I got back. We got back, and like school's about to start, and college, I mean. And we talked, she explained some stuff, like how she felt bad and all that, but she still like had feelings for me. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but I really, like, I can't stand like losing you like right now. So a couple of weeks go by, we're together, but no one knows about it. And then like out of nowhere, like college starts, and she's all like amazing friends again with X, because we're all in the same group, friends, and like no one knows besides our good friend what happened. So it was really messed up for me, and I can say like at that point is where like I started to feel like really depressed. And then she talked with me. She said like she didn't know what to do. She didn't know what feelings she had for both of us. And I'm like, look, I'm telling you, what are you doing now to me? You're not gonna like it. I'm really gonna be messed up. And I didn't mean in a way like, don't dump me or I will be like, I'm gonna end your life. Like, no, nothing like that. It was more of like, shit can really get dark for me and I'm really gonna need you. And I think she understood that. I really hope she did, because the year after, like from the end of summer 2016 until beginning of summer 2017, we were never back together. I had one relationship in between that lasted like a month, because as much as you can love someone, if you're still feeling things for the other person, it's not alright for that person you're with now, and you still think about the person you've been with, because that is not something good you should do to someone, you know. It could happen, the same thing that happened to me, it could happen to the person that I'm with. So I broke up, good terms, we're friends still. And throughout that year, it was such a messed up year for us. It was such a bad year. We like, I would text her and shit would just get out of control, like really messed up messages and arguing whenever we had like it's just me and her alone, and I would try to talk with her. She would be all aggressive, and like I've told you a million times, we're not gonna be together anymore, whatever, fuck that shit. Like I don't care about what happened, like no one's gonna know. I'm like, wow. So at that point, I'm really getting fucked up mentally because I felt betrayed, you know. I felt that I had lost someone that I like been fighting for so long, you know. Because I am the type of person that if I see someone that needs help, I'm gonna give like everything I have to help that person, to bring a smile to that person, you know. Because no one deserves to be sad. And I learned that lesson really young, so I've always been there for anyone. As much as I hate someone, I really don't want to see people sad or going through shit. So and she was like the person, like she was the one that I had to fix. In my mentality, she was the one that I needed to fix. Like, I need to put you back on your feet. I want you to be the person you were before all that shitty relationship. And it failed. So it was like your first failed experience, you know, and like you've been doing it for so many years and all that, and you just failed. So it was bad. So beginning of like end of college, 2017, we had a thing, and I truly think it was because we were both working together in our project. We were helping each other, and like we were working a lot of hours together, like late nights, we're talking and all that, remembering all the good stuff. So we had a thing for like 2 weeks, and then out of nowhere she just like started ignoring me. Like as soon as we had our things done, I really felt used at that point. Like, wow, she really used me just to get her shit done, because she just completely ignored me. She just pretended that nothing like happened at that point. And that summer was the summer that I went back home for a week, so I didn't get to see my friends for many days. And it was a summer where I spent a lot of time with the group, and she was obviously there. And a lot of shit happened. I was forced to see her going with guys there and here. Like, I know it's not something I should care about because we're not together. But as a friend that's been there from day one until then, and we have had like a relationship, even though like most of the people didn't know. And I've been there for the worst situations. Like, I've put my name in the dirt for her. It was really hard, and it's something that you shouldn't do to someone. You should not be doing like going with whatever. If you're a guy or a girl, you should never do that. Like, if you have someone that like truly loves you, and you're just fucking around with any guy that comes around you, and you just like big smiles and big fuck yous, and it's not healthy, you know. It's not healthy to do that to someone, and I've really tried not to do that. But eventually, like, the depression brings out a really messed up version of you. So you could be the best person in the world, and if you get into depression, you're gonna say things you're gonna regret. Like, I said things, really messed up things, and I'm not looking too much in the camera because it's really hard for me to knowing you're gonna be looking at me and I'm explaining this. So yeah, I've been for depression for like 2 years. At the moment, I'm good. Still have some anxiety things, like when I have things coming in my mind and all that. I'm gonna roll a clip of me about 3 months ago. I sat down like in the middle of the night. I was having such a big anxiety moment at the point. I said, I'm gonna sit down, gonna turn on the camera and I'm gonna record. I'm gonna talk to the camera and say everything I want to say. And at that point, I was supposed to do a 90-day challenge. So I had 3 months to lose weight and get to the weight I want. And it didn't happen because right after I started it, things came up to my mind, and it didn't help a lot. Like, all the motivation I had to wake up and do something, all gone. And it's something that I don't do, you know. If I have the mindset to do something when I wake up, I will do it. But at that point, I lost everything. And what can I say more before I roll the clip? Yeah, so this year, 4th year of college, the first 3 months, I went to Canada to study there, and it was really good for me, but at the same time it wasn't. And what I mean is, okay, so I went to Canada for 3 months. I'm by myself. Okay, I'm with 2 people that it's from my college, but okay, I'm not really like really good friends, just friends. I had time to think about like everything that happened, and I was gonna use those 3 months just to relax, do everything that I need to do, and enjoy my free time. And I did it. It was really good for me. I met a really special girl. I'm not gonna regret being with her. She is amazing. She is, and I know she's gonna be watching this. I'm sorry that things didn't work out. I'm really sorry, you know, because she's someone that also have been through like a lot of messed up shit. But as I said, I can't be with someone when my mentality is still thinking about something else. In this case, like that girl, the first relationship I had, like the big one. So I couldn't risk it to make another person go through the same shit I went. So I said, like, we shouldn't be together anymore and all that. And after Canada, I come back, second term of college. This past 6 months I've just completely been shit. Like, it's really bad. Couldn't focus on anything. I've been lost. I've tried many things to like do and come back and be happy, but nothing has worked. So, but now I think since I'm so tired of not doing anything, I feel the need to change, even though if I have to force it a little bit, it's gonna help me. So I'm gonna try to get it like healthy, eating healthy again, doing some exercise, and I really have some good plans. I want to enjoy this summer and experience a lot of new things and do some stuff. So I have some good plans. So yeah, I'm gonna roll a clip from 3 months ago of me just talking about what was going through my mind. And then after, I'm gonna read some questions that I've asked for close friends to send me about depression and anxiety, things that they are curious to know, or they just think like I should talk about. So I'm gonna watch the clip again so I can remember exactly what I said, and I'll be back to answer some questions. And then yeah, it's a pretty emotional clip, so I cried. I'm not gonna cut anything, I'm just gonna put it like as it is, and that's it. And then I'll be back to answer some questions, and I hope that this video is a message to someone that needs to hear something. I really hope you can get this to someone that needs it. So yeah, I'll be right back. Let's watch the clip. Okay, so a lot of people think that this 90-day challenge it's all about like losing weight, getting in shape, and having a healthy life, you know, all the things that normal people see in their normal lives and stuff like that. But it's much more than that. The reason why I'm doing it is I just want to feel again. I just want to feel life again. I'm sitting here 3:30 in the morning recording this. And why? I'll show you why. Wait, sorry. Could you please? So it says officially crossed the depression line. 100 people saw this. A lot of them messaged me asking like, what's going on? And I just said, I'm fine. I said, I'm fine. The thing is, I'm not fine. The reason why I'm doing this 90-day challenge, okay, yeah, it's to lose weight, it's to get in shape, be healthy, because I'm gonna show you another thing. This was me about a year ago. Let me see if I can. Yeah, that's me a year ago. I look healthy, you know? I'm skinny, looking good. But actually, no. I was in a deep depression. And everyone just looks at me nowadays and they say like, oh, what happened to you? You were so skinny back then. Like a year ago, you were looking really good. Yeah, I know. But I was in a deep depression. I didn't know what to do. I would wake up every single day feeling like killing myself because I had no worth left in this, this world. And that's what I felt. But obviously, everyone that knew how I felt, like, they said, no. You're one of the greatest person I've met in my life. You help everyone. You are amazing. Everything. And I know what I felt was selfish. Like, I know, and I want to feel that way. I want to be the person that everyone thinks I am. It's easy to fake a lot of things nowadays, especially with social media. You can fake it all the way up. And then when people see these, you know, posts of me saying, well, yeah, I crossed the depression line again, you know, and they get like, oh dude, why? What happened? It's like, nothing happened. I literally just thought about myself again and how much I've been lying to me, to you, to everyone, especially like everyone. Before New Year's, I went out, had a couple of drinks, I was drunk, and I don't know, something crossed my mind and I just lost control about myself. Lucky enough I had my good friends with me. He helped me a lot, like getting to his place and all that, but I don't know, in that moment I just felt like calling my dad and saying like, dude, I need a ride home. I'm not feeling good, like, I'm not okay. And I've never done that to my dad, never. My mom, never either. I've never done that in my life. And as soon as I sat in the car, he looked at me like, oh, what's going on? I said, I want to kill myself. I can't even imagine how it feels to be a father and knowing your only son wants to kill himself. Dude, that's gonna suck. And the ride home, it was like 5 minutes, but he made sure that he would drive as slow as he could to take as much time I needed to have before walking home, because I knew my mom was gonna be there, like all worried. Of course I said like, oh yeah, I'm just too drunk, sorry. But no. He said to me like, if you need help, I can get you help. The reason why I'm doing this 90-day challenge, I just want to be the Pedro, the PMR. I want to be that guy again. I want to be that guy again. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there again, because these past 2 years have been just fucked. Lose weight, look good, mentally unstable. If I'm happy, yes, I'm happy most of the time, but it just takes one minute of thinking about something, it's all destroyed again. It's all back to ground level. Everything I built was gone. And that's why I want to do this, because I haven't been sleeping good. Like, I've been missing classes. I haven't been doing anything to college. I'm almost at the line of quitting. But I know I'm not a quitter, because there's a lot of things I've said in my life I wanted to quit, but I didn't. So I'm recording this right now, so I don't know how it's gonna be by the end of in about 2 months, how it's gonna end, but I hope that I've lost the weight I want, or at least feel good about myself, like as my body shape, because I don't have a problem with being fat. I don't want to be like all muscled. I don't want that. Maybe one day, but not right now. All I want to do is just feel good about myself. Feel good in the clothes I want to feel good in. And the other side of the story is I just want for these thoughts, like I just want to stop thinking about whatever I think that makes me like this. I've been depressed and lost a lot of weight, which is the typical. But now I'm still depressed and I gained a lot of weight because I said to myself, like, fuck it, just do whatever you want to do, be happy. And where I'm right now, like, no. Like, yeah, I wanted to say every time, like, fuck it, just do whatever you want, but this got to the way, like, way out of hand right now. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm not gonna quit gym, college, playing games, YouTube. I'm gonna do everything at my pace. I'm gonna work as hard as I can. The last 4 days, it sucks because after going to the gym, I can't even move. Like my legs just are killing. My legs are just killing me right now. Not like my arms. I can't really stretch my arms. But honestly, I'm okay with that. I know I'm out of shape. I know, and I know that the guy that it's in here, he's way stronger than the guy you're seeing outside because he knows how far I can go. But he knows that he let me like go to the point of this. Like, you're not doing well in life. You're a happy person, but you're not good enough. You could do a lot better. And the reason why is it's easy. I live my life saying fuck it. That's for sure. And I live my life by helping others more than myself. That's my problem, but I don't care. I don't mind that. As long as I feel good about myself, I don't mind spending my time helping others to grow up, create, and build their own worlds that I have, but I've lost it in this depression of the last 2 years. I'm probably gonna do like a full documentary of the process of this 90-day challenge, and this is gonna be right on the beginning. So for everyone like seeing this, like, I appreciate it really, and the only thing I want to ask you is, yeah, share your love. Just make this video reach out. I want this video to go like to get to people's computers, cell phones, whatever. I want this video to arrive to everyone that I can possibly help with this, and show them like depression, anxiety, whatever the fuck you have, it's normal. It's normal. The way society works right now, it's not healthy. It's not. everyone just cared about being loved on social media and not being loved like in real life. And people do bad decisions because they want to survive. And I'm the perfect example of that. If you ask anyone, I'm a good person, yeah. Fuck it. The pictures I put on Instagram, they're always like good. I'm always looking good on them, always looking happy, always looking like I have a very amazing life. And I do. I know I have an amazing life. My parents, they worked really fucking hard for me not to work and study. And that's why I'm not quitting college, because for me, if I quit college right now, I feel like they're gonna feel that all the hard work they did was for nothing. And I've experienced that, quote unquote. It's why I'm depressed. It's why it got me to this point. And they don't deserve that completely. You just don't. I know. I think I've said everything. I hope in about 90 days I'm I'm okay with it. I'm gonna feel good of editing this part of whatever the video is gonna be about. And just saying, like, guys, this is me 90 days ago, and this is me now. That's all I have to say. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. For real. Like, thank you. Okay, enough. Whew. All right. Yeah. Pretty much talked about a lot of things, you know. The 90-day challenge, the thing that I was gonna do a documentary about me losing weight, getting happy. It didn't happen. Like, no. Shit went down like right in the beginning. Complete failure. I'm gonna try to do my best now. But I think it's time for the Q&A. I think it's time to see the questions that people have sent me, and I'm gonna try to answer the best I can. I've picked the answer that I can answer. It's almost every single question I got, but I'm gonna try my best. And disclosure, I know I might seem like really jokey about watching this video sometimes, like doing this and all that. That's my personality, okay? I don't want people to think that this is all fake and this is just to get attention. It's not. It's just me regaining the personality that I had and I still have. It's just, it got so destroyed that I lost it, and that's clear, like what happened, you know? I explained things there. And I just want to be me and be here to help people that need help, okay? If you're someone that's watching this right now and you have questions like other than I'm gonna read right now, or if you just want to talk, look, my social medias are public. I don't have them private right now just because of this, because I'm gonna release this video, and if someone, it doesn't care, I'm not gonna say any names. If you come reach me, it's completely fine to reach out to someone that's been here. I've done it myself. I've seen a video from a YouTuber I've known for a couple of years, She just sat down for half an hour and talked about her story about depression, and that got me like really motivated to talk about my experience. That's why I really want to thank her. I'm probably going to send the link for her to see. So yeah, thank you. First question: when did you realize you had depression? How did you know? How far back can you date it? Alright, so 2 years ago, after that relationship failed in like, what was it, 2016? Yeah, summer of 2016, when the relationship failed completely, that's when like things started to deteriorate my personality, okay? And when I realized I had depression, I think in a way I've always known that I had, but thinking that I really had, I think it took me like a year to realize how fucked up I was over the situation and what exactly I was feeling, all those anxiety attacks, and yeah, it took me like a year to really figure out if it was the depression. Next question: what happened to you to be in a depression? Again, it was about that relationship that just failed. I was trying to fix someone that I truly loved, and I will always care about her for the rest of my life, even though I shouldn't. I don't mistreat people. Shit happens, we're all humans, and of course I won't be like best friends again. I just talk with her for like respect. I've ignored her for some time and all that, but I think like that's not the way to grow up from this situation. Like, I'm gonna talk with her if I need to talk with her like about just random stuff, or say hello, whatever. I'm being an adult and I'm trying to be a grown-up man to handle with this. Next question: can you describe how it feels to be depressed? I don't know. I think what I talked about on this clip kind of shows what it feels to be depressed. You completely lose sense of who you are and what you're doing. You don't think straight. Your mind is just like all mixed up. You're thinking about the best things and the worst things of your life at the same time. In this case, like, she's in my mind, what I don't want, and what I want is just the worst parts of the memories I had with her. Depression makes you feel, it brings out the person that you don't know about yourself. And that's why I think how to deal with depression is you gotta grow with it. You can't just forget about it. You can't just ignore it exists. You have to deal with it every single day. Wake up and say, okay, I'm feeling like this, but I'm gonna start living my life knowing this side of me, like the PMR inside here that thinks the wrong way, and the PMR that thinks the right way, like helping people. And then on the other side, like the depressed one, it's like, I don't give a shit, I'm just gonna do a lot of bad things, So like depression fucks you up for real. Like, it's something that you should worry a lot if you're going through it, or if you feel like you're mentally unstable sometimes, It's something you should grow with it, Don't ignore it. What was going on at that point of your life? I don't really know what this means, like what was going on at that point in my life. I'm gonna assume like what I was doing in general. So I was in college, and vacations, I was just going out and all that. Quote unquote, when I would go out, I would randomly just disappear. It's just because like normally she would be there in the group and going out with us, and I would just like, I don't want to be here, so I just would disappear, and people would get like really worried, and I would have some anxiety attacks in between, And it was it was a weird year, you know. But yeah, college, going out, normal stuff, you know. How long did it take for others to know how you felt? I don't really know. Actually, I don't really know. I'm really curious to know from some people how long it took them to know. I'm gonna say at the beginning they would understand as like a breakup feeling, you know. And I think when they would see me in that like messed up feeling when I would go out with them, like I don't want to be here, I want to just be in my room. I think at that point when they would understand that I was just ignoring doing the normal things we did as a group, I think that's the point where they saw I was in like depression. I have at least like a handful group of people that they knew I wasn't mentally stable. I was going through a lot of shit, but they respected my space, so they didn't like intervene because they know the person I am, they know how strong I am, and if I'm saying like I'm okay, I'm not okay, but I'm okay at the same time, they would understand what I mean, so they didn't like do something right away. Yeah, I think that's the best I can say. Next question. How did it affect your relationships and friendships? Okay. Friendships, a lot of shit happened. People would come up to me and say, why the fuck are you saying those things to her? Why are you being like this? You're an idiot. I don't care about you. You could die. I wouldn't care. And people would be like, on the other way, like, please let me help you. Don't be like this, don't think about her, don't waste your time on her. It was like both sides, okay? You know, and I think that's why I felt good to go into Canada, because I just took like 3 months off of that, like being away from everyone, even though some of them are my best friends and some of them are just whatever, colleagues, you know. I don't really care if they're still my friends after this. It was a good mix, okay? I had some really shitty people coming up to me and I had some really amazing people coming up to me. It really did change some friendships. Sometimes they would just stop talking with me for some time, or get mad at me for random stuff. But for now, I think I haven't lost any friendships because of it. The only thing is that I just stopped talking with her, like the girl that I had a relationship. But I still like talk for respect, obviously. Why is it hard to talk about it and ask for help? Did you seek for help? If not, why? I'm gonna just read it again. Why is it hard to talk about it? I think it's just because you never know if people are really gonna understand what you feel, or if they're gonna be like, you're just an idiot. Why are you doing this? Like, that's just stupid, you know. And there is people that think about it, like, and I can't judge them. A couple of years ago, I've had a friend of mine. He Skyped me, he said like, I'm gonna kill myself, and I just like, I don't believe you. If you want to do it, you have to do it right now with the camera on the call. And now that I've been through this, it was really, like, nothing happened. Like, he's still good. It's just that it was a really like risky move, what I said, you know, like something could really happen. And in my case, why I didn't seek for help is just because it was a personality disorder. I didn't know who I was anymore and who I wanted to be from that point. So I didn't feel like if I would go to a doctor, it would be like just a waste of time, at least for what I'm thinking. And if they would try to give me medication, I wouldn't accept it because I don't really believe. But there's some questions about medication I'm gonna touch in a bit. But why I didn't seek for help is just like, it had to be me fixing myself, okay? I don't need anyone else fixing my shit when I know I can fix it, but I just need time. I just need to relax. Yeah. Did you go to a doctor? No, I didn't. It's just, if you're going through depression or anxiety and you feel you want to go to the doctor, it's okay. You can go. Just seek for the best, for doctors or people in that area that know what they're doing, okay? Just don't go to a random person, because there's some people that just don't really understand this topic yet. It's a topic that has been evolving throughout this last year. So if you are going through some depression or anxiety and you want to see a doctor, it's fine. No one can judge you, and if someone judges you, they don't deserve you, okay? It's okay. Next question. Are you against medication, and do you think exercising could replace it? I mean, I've seen people talk about their depression and the fact that they take medication. In my opinion, I don't really think it helps, because you're gonna be addicted to it, in my opinion. But I've seen people like talking about it and they say it helps. So I think it's just it's more about what you believe in, you know? Like, if you really think you need it, if you don't have anything in your life that you do, like for me, if I listen to music, it really helps me, okay? But if you just don't have anything in your life that helps you go through like the anxiety or depression, or like thinking about stupid things and dark things, try it out. Just don't expect it to work, okay? Don't believe that that's the thing's gonna make you cure, like it's gonna be the cure for depression, because probably it's not gonna be. It's just gonna help you not feeling sad and not feeling all those things, you know. You're just gonna be like relax, you know. I don't really know how to approach this topic, but in my opinion, I could say I'm kind of against medication. And yes, I do think exercising could replace it, because it doesn't need to be just gym. You can do anything as long as you're just doing something with yourself and appreciating the fact that you're using yourself to ignore something bad that you're thinking. And I think that would be a healthier approach than taking meds. But I'm not the one to say what you should do, okay? In case, this is a really interesting one. In cases of children, should they take medication? Okay, I've never like been in a situation where I've known a child being depressed. If they should take meds, I don't really think so. I don't know. It's such a weird topic to talk about if you haven't been there, you know. If you're someone that you're watching this and you've been through this like medication topic, or if you have a child, or you have been a child that's taken it, like you can message me or comment on the video. I would really be curious about it, you know. That's something that I'm just curious. In your opinion, what's the biggest stigma about depression? Okay, so in your opinion, what's the biggest stigma about depression? Okay, I'm gonna approach this in the way I understand it, okay? As you know, a lot of big celebrities have like passed away because of depression. And I think, I don't really want to say this because it could become like a really controversial topic, but if someone pulls off like suicide and you're a big name, I think it could be in some shape, like even the tiniest bit. It could be like they did it to get attention, like wake up society, this is a real thing, okay? This is not something you should joke about. This is not something you should go on social media and bring down this person, you know. If they're going through shit, you help and you talk with them to get help, or you just like shut up, because people kill themselves for the least things, and I've been really close to pulling it off, and for the most stupid things, you know. It's a really dangerous thing to not take care of, you know. And I think people have started to see that it's really, like, it's a real thing, you know. It's no longer just something. And I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. If I come up with a better answer, I will put it down on the comments on the video, okay? After if I think about it again and get a better answer, I will definitely put it down on the comments. And so if I'm putting something down there, just read it, okay? So I'm sorry, just some questions are really hard for me to explain, you know. Okay, next question. How did your parents react? Did they change their behavior towards you? So, my parents don't know that I've been through all this, okay? The only situation that it would be something related to this and my parents, it would be to my dad's. As I talked on that clip, I got really drunk and a lot of shitty things went through my mind in a second. And I was just like crying. I was really scared about what I could do. So I just called him like, please take me home, you know. And he was just asking me like, what's going on? I'm like, I just feel I want to kill myself, you know. I knew I didn't want to, and I wouldn't, but I just felt like I wanted to. And he was looking at me like, well, why? I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, I just feel it and I'm really scared. I just want to go home and chill, you know. And of course, after that, he told me like, be careful when you drink and all that. I wouldn't say it was like, okay, the fact that I drank a lot that night helped. The fact that when the things came up to my mind, just like went just straight into like full mode anxiety attack, you know, of course. But at this point, if I would drink as much as I did at the time, and something bad would come across, I would be like a little bit sad for like 10 minutes, probably just pull someone to the side and like, okay, I just want to just talk and just come back and drink more, okay? But yeah, be careful, okay? If you're someone going through shit, and if you do drugs or if you just drink alcohol, take it easy, okay? Don't be stupid, okay? Take your time. Don't think you're gonna drink a lot and forget about it. That doesn't happen. It's even worse than that. And then just not drinking, okay? Just chill. Take your time. Next question. How did it affect your academic and personal life? Well, personal life, I think we've talked about enough. Academic, this year, or at least this last 6 months, it really affected me, like, because it's such a weird, like, feeling coming out of this depression, feeling better, but I still don't really know what I want to do to come back as the person that I was. And for that, like, there was a good like 3 weeks or maybe a month. I would go to like a couple of classes just because I didn't want to fail them, because they were really important to me. And I gave up on a lot of work, like not group work, like individual work. So I really got behind, and it really affected me on the end of the term. So, and the 2 years, okay, which year was it? The second year of the depression, I used college as a way to work as hard as you can, so you don't think about anything, okay? And not gonna lie, it was a really good year for me. academic wise. Like I had really good grades, but it wasn't healthy, you know, because I was every day I would go from morning to night. I would work really hard and everything I had to work, and I brought up the best of my quality to work, and I did amazing things, but I wasn't thinking about my health. I was just thinking, I don't want to feel anything. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to think about suicide. I don't want to think about anything. So I'm just gonna put myself in school and be quiet and do my shit. And that wasn't healthy. So I've been on the both sides of like academic wise, like being good grades to forget about stuff and trying to figure out how to move on from this and not thinking about school. So it's again, it's really mixed feelings, you know. What should the world know about depression? If you know someone that's going through like anxiety, again, if you know someone that's going through depression, anxiety, and you care about them, be there for them. Don't wait. If they need space, respect their space, but don't let them be alone, okay? I know the people that have been there from day one and haven't left me. They just like took a step back and let me breathe. I will never forget everything they've said, they've done to me. I really appreciate my friends that have been there with me. And to the rest of the world, this is a topic that should be discussed a lot more than it is. This is something that you should really take care of, you know. This isn't something that you give a pill and it's gonna fix it, you know. This is about getting people to study this and understand the different forms of depression and anxiety, and have people experience it, like have experience in this field. So when people need someone, you can reach out to this person and have like a kind of a temporary friend that will guide you through all of that. So I really think that if this is seriously studied as a human being, it will like solve a lot of problems in society nowadays. As I said in the clip, social media has taken so much in people nowadays that people just hide behind the mask. As you can see, like there's a lot of pages, like Instagram pages that show illustrations of like, oh, when you get home, you just pull out a mask, smiling, and you're all depressed. Like, there's a reason why that exists, because people that do those images and post it on in social media, they feel the same thing. People just decide to lie to themselves to feel happy than knowing the truth and accepting the truth and being sad for 10 minutes but being happy that they know that, you know. People just ignore a lot of what they do in life. Yeah, to the world, you should take seriously. This is not a joke, okay? This is something you should really discuss. Do you still have dark thoughts? If I think about dark things, I don't know. Sometimes something like about the past 2 years comes up. I think about it, and sometimes I'm like on the computer, like cleaning, like removing stuff and all that, and I come across some pictures of the time, and I'm like, okay, good times, but you know, move on. I've really grown about like when I think about dark things. So sometimes I think about stuff, but I can handle it really good. I don't have like more anxiety attacks or like depression thoughts. Like now, I'm really good now comparing like to 3 months ago. I've done a lot. I've thought about a lot of things and outdid myself. So yeah, so I'm okay now. Is it possible that it will come back? Yeah, depression is something that, as I said, is gonna grow with you. As soon as you have it, it's gonna grow with you. Anything in your life that will happen to you, like against what you want to do, it's gonna be there, you know. It's someone in you from that side of the story that's gonna be there in you, and it's gonna be with you. I don't want to say forever, but you can't forget the fact that you've been through it. So always remember that you have that story in you. So, and use that to learn how to deal with things in the future. Okay. It's okay if you admit that it's going to be with you. It's a lot easier. If you ignore it and say like, no, this one day this is going to be all gone, it's going to take a long time for you to be okay. Okay. Next question. How did you fought against it? Did it help? Okay. How did I fight against depression? I don't really know. You know, music has been there. Being with friends, and I don't know. It's just a mix of things I do that in daily basis, you know, that just led me to become again happy and all that. You can't rush to get out of depression. You have to accept it. Yeah, first you have to acknowledge it. You have to accept it, and you have to live with it, and then you just start to putting it in the box it belongs and say, okay, I just want to be happy. I'm not gonna forget that you're there. Okay, you're gonna be there in that box in section C, row number 2 in my brain. You're gonna be there, but for now I just want to be happy. So I don't know, maybe later I'll have a good question. So yeah. All right. What advice do you have for others that suffer from depression? Again, it's okay to admit. People are gonna be afraid to help because probably they have never been through like helping someone with depression. So don't feel like you should not talk about it. You should talk about it to close friends. Like, keep it as close to you as you can. Okay, don't make it like, oh my god, everyone in my school, I have depression. Like, no. Approach people that are close to you, that understand the type of person you are, and it's okay to talk, and give time to people, and they'll give you space, and it's like a teamwork. Okay. It takes time, as I said again. You can't rush it. So it's just talk about it. If you feel that you need help, go to a doctor, talk to a therapist. Whatever you feel, do it. Okay, don't be like, okay, I feel this, but I don't think this is no. If you feel that you should do something, do it. Okay. Okay, don't do stuff that's gonna make you worse or unhealthy. Do stuff that you feel that are gonna help you get a smile for 10 minutes. Okay, smiling for 10 minutes is gonna be a lot better than crying for 10 minutes. Okay, you gotta think like that. You gotta think that doing that is gonna take me, I'm gonna have to work like really hard for that, but it's gonna give me 10 minutes of smiling. Okay, and if you think like that every single time, those 10 minutes go to 10 hours, and those 10 hours go to 10 days, and then after that, like, it's gonna grow. Okay. And again, if you suffer from depression and you wanna talk with me, I'm all open, man. Boys, girls, seniors, if you're a dad, if you're a mom, if you're a child, anything. If you're going through this, I don't mind. I won't say like I'm gonna be there 24/7, but if I see you've messaged me, I'm gonna read it when I have time. I'm gonna sit down and talk with you a bit and try to help you as much as I can. Okay. What shouldn't you say to someone who suffers from depression? Don't say, I give up on you. if you know someone that's going through depression and you don't have the mentality all the time to help them, just say like, I'm not the person you should seek help, okay? Don't say, I don't care about you. Words mean a lot, okay, to people. Words can really hurt someone. Words can make someone do something stupid. And that was my case, you know. When she would just text me or say something like, I don't care about you, I can't even explain what like the things that went through my mind. Like, what do you mean? How can I go from like the best guy you have had in your life, or like in her words, and go to like, I don't even like want to hear about you? Words hurt, okay? Don't say stupid things. If you don't want to help someone, say just, I'm not the one to help you, okay? And don't ignore it right away. Try to see someone that you're friends together, like, oh, I don't want to help him, but I know this person might help, so just go talk to him. Like, okay, he came up to me to seek for help, but I said I couldn't help, so I'm asking you to go there, okay? Don't be like, I don't care, fuck off. Don't. Really, like, bad things could happen. Okay, isn't it enough to think about something you like or love to stop thinking about what puts you down? In my case, the thing that I loved at the time, or I liked really a lot, was her. And she was also the reason when I would think about her would put me down. So that's why I had like 2 years of really messed up depression, because of course, if you think about something you like or love, it's gonna release some, pain off you. But when that love is also your pain, it's really hard, okay? Not everything in life is that easy. Why is it hard to think positive? I think it's just because, you're so attached to the thing that made you depressed that you just want to think about it, and you want to like imagine different scenarios of it. Like, oh, what if I said this or I did this? Would the things like still be like would the things still be as they are now, you know? And then when you think positive, you're like, oh well, yeah, today was a good day. But I had a lot of 10 minutes where I was thinking about her, so then like it just crashes, you know. Why is it hard to think positive? It's just because it really depends of why you're depressed. In my case, it's just because the thing that I loved, the thing that made me happy to think about it, was also the thing that made me depressed to think about it, okay? It's not easy. What is the biggest impact in your life affected by it? So last year, summertime, we went to a festival with a group. And one night I really had like a really bad anxiety attack. So I was sleeping and I didn't notice what was happening. So I was heavy breathing. And they pushed me out of my tent because we were camping, and they put me on a chair. And I still heavy breathing, so they're just like trying to figure out what to do. And something happened. My tongue got stuck, inside, and she's just standing in front of me. So I'm having like the anxiety attack, and I'm looking at her like, oh my god! All this time I just think about killing myself, and now is the time that I'm really close to dying. And she was the one that saw that I couldn't breathe, and she just went in there and just took the tongue out and made me breathe again. So that was a really fucked up night, you know. I didn't do it for attention, you know. I was completely out of the world. I was sleeping and it happened. And And it's fucked because the person that made me, like got me to be like that, having those anxiety attacks, was also the person that saved me. So after that night, it was some weird weeks, you know. I would think about it every night, like I could have died there. Did I really want to die? Because she was the one that saved me. So, you know, it's a lot of things, you know. It was really messed up. Okay, last 2 questions. Can you describe how it feels to be depressed? I think I've talked about it. Yeah, I think I've talked about it. Again, watch the clip that I put on the middle of the video. Okay, last question. This one is also a really good one. What made you want to come out of the hole? When I saw that video of the girl, of the YouTuber, talking about her depression, in my mind, I had thought about it, like, I really want to make a video talking about my depression. And as you can see, like, for the whole video, except for the clip, I haven't cried, okay? I'm good. I'm just like, I have a story behind me, and really fucked up story. And there is people out there that suffer from this, and it doesn't cost anything for me to take a time to sit down, turn on a camera and talk about it, and taking the time to ask for my close friends that have seen what I went through for questions, you know, things that I haven't really thought about, and like really interesting questions, you know. And that's why I wanted to come out and do this, because I want this to be a message to people who suffer from depression or anxiety, you know. It's something that you can download the video and save it on your computer or phone, and if you feel depressed, you can just watch this or just listen to it, and whatever, you know, you can do whatever you want with this. This is a message talking about how it affected me and how I like deal with it. And that's why I'm not doing this for attention for me. I know people are gonna see this video and gonna message me like, are you okay, and all that. I don't want you to do that, okay? I want you to see this. I don't mind you text me and say like, oh, you're so strong. Like, I know people are gonna still do that, because that's how people have learned how to react to these things. But I want people to finish this video and know there's this exists. And when they come across someone in their life that's going through this shit, they're gonna be like, okay, I have a friend, or I know someone that's been through this, watch this, please. And if you need to talk with someone, he says he doesn't mind, okay? I want to be someone that can help another one. Even if this video helps one person, or if it helps 1,000 people, I'm gonna feel the same, okay? I just want to help people that are in this situation, okay? And if you're someone that's been through this or going through this, I suggest you to do this. It doesn't need to be like all this, like talking for almost an hour and doing questions. You can just sit down, put your phone, record yourself, you know, just talk, you know, just let it go out and have a camera recording, you know. It doesn't need to be something complex, you know. Yeah, a lot of things have been told here, and I think there's a lot of things I'm gonna be watching while editing the video. I think there's a lot of things I want to say, and if there is something I want to say, I'll put it down on the comment sections or the description, whatever. And you never know, maybe there's a lot of people that see this and have a lot of new questions, and maybe there's like a part 2 for this, you never know. Yeah, it feels good, you know, it feels really good to do this. I'm really happy I've done this, and the reason why I do this in English is just because it gets to more people, you know. If I would have talked in Portuguese, only Portuguese people would understand what I mean, so that's why I took my time to speak in English. And yeah, I want to thank everyone that's watched this video to the end. I know it's gonna be a long video. Yeah, like, thank you, for real. It's not easy to sit down and listen to all this if you know me, you know, or if you don't know me, like sitting down listening to this, I feel good, you know. And I don't know what to say anymore. I've talked about so many things right now. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So it's been your boy PMR, or Pedro. As I said again, you can reach me out on social media if you want to ask me or talk about anything. So yeah, it's been your boy PMR, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace. Oh my god. Oh my god, that feels so good. What's up guys, it's your boy PMR here, and I'm doing my first live commentary, and I'm gonna play some free throw and try and hit something. Just that, yeah.